Hello everyone, I am Muhammad Salim and welcome to the channel Right Directions by Salim. Today is 12th June 2020, listen the current affairs of today. We are going to cover the following topics. Number 1, guidelines for import of exotic species. Second, 12th June World Day Against Child Labor. Then next, Bharatmala Pariyojana delayed. Then next, NIRF ranking. Next, Haryana 1000 water recharge bores to be constructed. Then next, RBI releases framework for sale of loan exposure and securitization of standard assets. Next, forex reserves of India are rising. Next, Asiatic lion population increased. Next, June 9 Coral Triangle Day. Next, Operation Desert Chase. So the first one is the guidelines for import of exotic species. The Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change recently issued advisory to import of exotic live species. What are exotic live species? The exotic live species are plant or animal species that move from original range to a new one. Under the new guidelines, the ministry has said that exotic live species are to be construed to mean only under appendices 1st, 2nd and 3rd of the CITES. Sites means Convention of International Trade in Endangered Species. The species listed under Appendix 1 of the sites no trade happens. ठीक है ना? To the species that are listed under Appendix 2nd, trade shall be allowed only with minor permission. In Appendix 3rd, there are large number of birds and animals that are listed that can be traded. Okay, its background. The new guidelines have been issued as a global concerns on wildlife trade and zoonotic diseases have increased due to the outbreak of COVID-19. Now guidelines. Under the new guidelines, the importer should obtain no objection certificate (NOC) from Chief Wildlife Warden of the state. The persons possessing exotic live species should make voluntary disclosure within a period of 6 months. The forest officials will check if the facilities where the species are being housed are safe. They will also issue online certificates to owners in 6 months of date of disclosure. Next topic is June 12 World Day Against Child Labor. Every year, the World Day Against Child Labor is celebrated on June 12. It was launched by the International Labour Organization, a United Nations body. The World Day Against Child Labor was launched in 2002 में highlights. ठीक है ना? The children in the age group of 5 to 17 years engaged in work deprives them of normal childhood, proper health care, adequate education, leisure time, leisure time and basic freedom. The very purpose of marking World Day Against Child Labor is this. The day also aims to bring the problem of child labor to the attention of the people all over the world. The child labor is often associated with prostitution and drug trafficking. 2020. This year, 2020, the ILO, International Labour Organization, is conducting the World Day Against Child Labor as virtual campaign and is organized by Global March Against Child Labor and International Partnership for Cooperation on Child Labor in Agriculture. Now its background. 9 out of 10 children involved in labor works are in Asia, Africa and the Pacific. The percentage of child labor is the highest in low-income countries. According to the International Labour Organization, Africa has the largest child labours in the world. It accounts to 1/5 of child labour in the world. Then COVID-19 crisis. The child labor issue is to increase during COVID-19 crisis. This is mainly because children are out of school and are more likely to engage in harmful works. The Child Helpline International says that 1/3 of the global population have been affected due to COVID-19 crisis and 1.5 billion children have been impacted. Next topic is Bharatmala Pariyojana delayed. Okay, the Bharatmala Pariyojana that was scheduled to be completed in 2021 to 2022 is to be completed by 2025 to 2026. ठीक है ना, 25-26 में होगी complete. The announcement of the delay was announced by the rating agency ICRA means Investment Information and Credit Rating Agency. ICRA, Investment Information and Credit Rating Agency, highlights the prevailing COVID-19 crisis could delay the asset monetization plan of National Highway Authority of India NHAI until Feb 2020. 2.38 lakh roads were awarded to Bharatmala Pariyojana scheme. The average cost awarded to the scheme was 23.8 crores per kilometer. This was 54% higher than the estimated cost of 15.52 crore per crore. Bharatmala Pariyojana क्या है? The scheme was launched for road constructions in India. It gives special importance to projects connecting far-flung areas and rural areas. The scheme will build 4-lane highways, move 80% freight traffic, interconnect logistics parks. It will also connect 7 northeast multi-nodal waterway ports. ठीक है ना. अच्छा, waterway ports के बारे में देखते हैं. There are 111 inland waterways in India. They were identified under National Waters Act 2016. Out of these 111, 106 were created in 2016. Next topic is NIRF ranking. On June 11, 2020, the Ministry of Human Resource Development released National Institutional Ranking Framework (NIRF), National Institutional Ranking Framework for the educational institutions in the country. Key highlights: the IIT Madras topped the list, followed by IISc Bangalore, मतलब Indian Institute of Science Bangalore. ठीक है ना. The third place was secured by पहली मद्रास, दूसरी Bangalore. Third place was secured by IIT Delhi. The other institutes that were in the top 100 were IIT Bombay at 4th place, followed by IIT Kharagpur, IIT Kanpur, IIT Guwahati, etc. ठीक है ना. About NIRF. The NIRF ranking system was launched in 2015. The first NIRF ranking was released in 2016. The NIRF ranks institutions in 10 categories, namely engineering, university management, college, medical, pharmacy, law, dental and architecture. अच्छा, significance क्या है? The NIRF ranking promotes competition among the educational institutions all over the country. The rankings have great importance as the performance of the institutions have been linked to Institution of Eminence scheme. Institution of Eminence ये एक स्कीम है, इससे जुड़ी हुई है. ठीक है ना. इंस्टीट्यूशन ऑफ एमिनेंस क्या है? ठीक है ना. द स्कीम इज़ ऑपरेटेड बाय द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ HRD. कौन सी स्कीम? इंस्टीट्यूशन ऑफ एमिनेंस. हाँ. इट एम्स टू प्रोजेक्ट इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट्स टू ग्लोबल रिकॉग्निशन. Next topic is Haryana. 1000 water recharge bores to be constructed. ठीक है ना. On June 11, 2020, the Haryana government announced that it will construct 1000 water recharge bores in the state. The water bores are to be constructed in the water deficient areas of the state. Highlights: the bores are being constructed in the state of Haryana to recharge the underground water with rainfall. The state government is to bear 90% of the cost in installing the bores. The remaining 10% of the cost are to be borne by the farmers. Then background: the underground water level in the paddy cultivation belt has gone down to 80 meters. The bores will thus help to keep agriculture production to the fullest even during dry seasons. Then significance: the state government of Haryana had launched Mera Pani Meri Virasat Yojana. ठीक है ना. Under the scheme, around 53,000 farmers of the state are registered. They are now sowing paddy under the scheme. These farmers are to be provided with the incentives of 1,000. ठीक है ना. The state government will also provide the benefits of Bhavantar Barpe Yojana. भवंतर भरपाई योजना एंड अटल भूजल योजना, ठीक है ना, ये भी योजना है कुछ, और जो अभी मेरा पानी मेरी विरासत योजना, ठीक है ना। द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट हैज़ प्लान्स टू स्पेंड 734 करोड़ फॉर अटल भूजल योजना इन नेक्स्ट 3 years. What is Atal Bhujal Yojana? The Atal Bhujal Yojana is an initiative that ensures long-term sustainability of groundwater resources. The two main components of the scheme include: number one, institutional strengthening, and the second is incentivizing the states. ठीक है ना? Rupees 6,000 crores have been outlaid for the scheme. The scheme is to be implemented in 5 years, that is 2020-21 से 2024-25 तक, ठीक है। Next topic is RBI releases framework for sale of loan exposure and securitization of standard assets, ठीक है ना। हाँ, the Reserve Bank of India recently draft framework for sale of loan exposures and securitization of standard assets, ठीक है। Highlights: the guidelines issued are applicable to scheduled commercial banks. This includes all India financial institutions such as Exim Bank, NABARD, non-banking financial companies. The guidelines have also included recommendations of the Committee on Development of Housing Finance and the guidelines have also included the recommendations of the Committee on Development of Housing Finance Securitization Market in India that was chaired by Dr. Harshvardhan. Also, the guidelines included recommendations made by task force set up on the development of secondary market for corporate loans. Both the committee and the task force were set up by the RBI, ठीक है ना। Key features of the guidelines: the guidelines has proposed two capital measurement approach. This includes securitization external ratings based on approach and securitization standardized approach, ठीक है ना। उसके बाद क्या है फीचर कि सिंपल ट्रांसपेरेंट कंपेरेबल सिक्योरिटाइजेशन हैज़ बीन प्रिस्क्राइब टू डिफाइन प्रेफरेंशियल कैपिटल इन ट्रीटमेंट। नेक्स्ट जो है इसका की फीचर है: द न्यू गाइडलाइंस अलाउड सिक्योरिटाइजेशन ऑफ एक्सपोजर दैट आर परचेज्ड फ्रॉम अदर लेंडर्स, ठीक है ना। नेक्स्ट की फीचर है: द स्ट्रेस्ड एसेट्स अंडर द न्यू गाइडलाइंस शैल बी सोल्ड only through novation and assignment. So the next topic is forex reserves of India are rising, ठीक है ना। The forex reserves of India are increasing and are to hit $500 billion soon. In May 2020, the Indian forex reserves touched an all-time high of $493 billion, $493 billion. अच्छा, what is foreign exchange reserves, ठीक है ना। foreign exchange reserves क्या होता है? The foreign exchange reserves are the reserve assets that are held by the central bank in original currencies. It is used to back the liabilities faced by a currency due to the influence of monetary policy, ठीक है ना। अच्छा, why are the forex reserves rising? The forex reserves of India are increasing mainly due to fall in crude oil prices. Also, the rise is because of the increase in investment in foreign direct investment FDI and foreign portfolio investors FPI, ठीक है ना। सिग्निफिकेंस क्या है? द फॉरेक्स रिजर्व्स आर हेल्ड बाय द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया टू मेंटेन लिक्विडिटी इन द कंट्री. इट आल्सो हेल्प्स टू अब्जॉर्ब शॉक्स where access to borrowing is curtailed. The forex reserves are an important component of the balance of payment BOP and also an essential element to analyze the external position of the economy. Now components of foreign reserves of India, ठीक है ना। क्या क्या components हैं foreign reserves of India के, ठीक है ना। The foreign exchange reserve of India comprises the following. Number one, SDR, that is special drawing rights, ठीक है ना। SDR in International Monetary Fund, ठीक है ना। The SDR is the reserve currency with IMF, ठीक है ना। SDR होते हैं जो कि रिजर्व करेंसी होती है IMF के साथ, ठीक है ना, इंटरनेशनल मॉनेटरी फंड, ठीक है ना। उसके बाद जो है इस फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रिजर्व में आता है गोल्ड, SDR आता है, उसके बाद गोल्ड आता है, उसके बाद आता है RTP, मतलब कि रिजर्व ट्रेंच पोजीशन, ठीक है ना। हाँ, इंटरनेशनल मॉनेटरी फंड IMF में होता है RTP, रिजर्व ट्रेंच पोजीशन, ठीक है ना। इट इज़ द रिजर्व कैपिटल विद इंटरनेशनल मॉनेटरी फंड। द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज़ एशियाटिक लायन पॉपुलेशन इंक्रीज्ड, ठीक है ना। ऑन June 10, 2020 PM मोदी ऑन ट्विटर अनाउंस्ड अबाउट द इंक्रीज इन पॉपुलेशन ऑफ एशियाटिक लायंस। Highlights: the Asiatic lion population has increased by 29%. It was 523 in 2015 and has increased to 671 in 2020. 2015 में 523 थी और 2020 में ये 674 होगी, ठीक है ना। India has recorded 36% increase in distribution area of lions, ठीक है। It was 22,000 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर्स इन 2015, ओके, 22,000 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर था 2015 में। इन 2020 द स्प्रेड इंक्रीज टू 30,000 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर्स। उस वक्त 22,000 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर था 2015 में एरिया, अब जो है 30,000 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर हो चुका है एरिया, ठीक है ना। द एशियाटिक लायंस आर करंटली इन द प्रोटेक्टेड एरियाज ऑफ एग्रो पेस्टोरल लैंडस्केप्स ऑफ सौराष्ट्र, गुजरात, ठीक है ना। हाउ डिड द पॉपुलेशन इंक्रीज? हाँ, द एशियाटिक लायन पॉपुलेशन इंक्रीज स्टेडली ड्यू टू द फॉलोइंग रीजन्स। नंबर 1, कम्युनिटी पार्टिसिपेशन। नंबर 2, emphasis on टेक्नोलॉजी। नंबर 3, प्रॉपर हैबिटेट मैनेजमेंट। एंड नंबर 4, वाइल्ड लाइफ हेल्थ केयर। नंबर 5, स्टेप्स दैट मिनिमाइज ह्यूमन लॉ एंड कन्फ्लिक्ट्स, ठीक है ना। अच्छा, उसके बाद देखते हैं एशियाटिक लायंस, ठीक है ना। The Asiatic lions is listed under endangered category in the IUCN Red List. IUCN की रेड लिस्ट में एशियाटिक लायन को जो है ये इंडेंजर्ड कैटेगरी में रखा है, ठीक है। ये याद रखना, एशियाटिक लायंस को अभी इंडेंजर्ड कैटेगरी में रखा गया है, कौन सी? IUCN की रेड लिस्ट में, ठीक है ना। दिस इज़ मेनली बिकॉज ऑफ देयर स्मॉल पॉपुलेशन साइज एंड एरिया ऑफ ऑक्यूपेंसी, ठीक है। इन दो वजह की बिना पर। अच्छा, द एशियाटिक लायंस आर फाउंड इन वेस्टर्न एंड मिडल एशिया। इन इंडिया they were found in the region between the Indus River in the west till Bengal in the east and till Narmada in the south. Today they are restricted to Gir Forest National Park. In India, the Asiatic lions are listed in Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. 1972 का जो वाइल्ड लाइफ प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट है इंडिया में, ठीक है ना, उसकी Schedule 1 में जो है एशियाटिक लायंस का मेंशन है, ठीक है। उसमें लिस्टेड है ये। सो द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज़ June 9 इज़ द कोरल ट्राइएंगल डे, ठीक है ना, June 9। अच्छा, एवरी ईयर द कोरल ट्राइएंगल डे इज़ ऑब्जर्व्ड ऑन June 9. द डे इज़ ऑब्जर्व्ड बाय द कोरल ट्राइएंगल इनिशिएटिव, ठीक है ना, CORL, कोरल, ठीक है ना। अच्छा, व्हाट इज़ कोरल ट्राइएंगल इनिशिएटिव? द इनिशिएटिव इज़ अ मल्टीलेटरल पार्टनरशिप ऑफ 6 कंट्रीज, नेमली मलेशिया, इंडोनेशिया, फिलीपींस, सोलोमन आइलैंड्स, पेपुआ न्यू गिनी, ठीक है ना, एंड टिमर लेस्टी, TIMOR, टिमर LEST, लेस्टी, ठीक है ना। ये जो हैं 6 कंट्रीज़ का जो है एक मल्टीलेटरल पार्टनरशिप है ये इनिशिएटिव, ठीक है ना, कोरल ट्राइएंगल इनिशिएटिव। द कोरल ट्राइएंगल इनिशिएटिव इज़ आल्सो कॉल्ड द कोरल ट्राइएंगल इनिशिएटिव ऑन कोरल रीफ्स, फिशरीज एंड फूड सिक्योरिटीज़, दैट इज CTI-CFF। CTI हो गया मतलब कोरल ट्राइएंगल इनिशिएटिव, हाँ, तो CFF हो गया कोरल रीफ, फिशरीज एंड फूड सिक्योरिटीज़, ठीक है ना। हाँ, इट इज़ अ मल्टीलेटरल पार्टनरशिप ऑफ 6 countries that are working to sustain marine and coastal resources and address issues such as food security, ठीक है ना। Then highlights: the Coral Triangle Day is not only celebrated in these 6 countries, it is also celebrated in several other countries that are influenced by the region. It is an open source event that brings together organizations, individuals and establishments, ठीक है ना। अच्छा, कोरल ट्राइएंगल के बारे में देखते हैं, ठीक है ना। द कोरल ट्राइएंगल इज़ द वर्ल्ड एपिसेंटर ऑफ मैरीन डाइवर्सिटी दैट इज स्प्रेड अक्रॉस द अबव 6 countries. The region is important as it consists of 76% coral species, 37% coral reef fish and 53% of world coral reef, ठीक है ना। It is one of the 3 mega complexes on the earth, ठीक है। अच्छा, उसके बाद देखते हैं मेगा कम्प्लेक्सेस ऑफ द अर्थ के बारे में। Along with the Coral Triangle, the other two mega complexes of the Earth includes Amazon rainforest and Congo basin. ठीक है ना. Now the last topic is Operation Desert Chase. Operation Desert Chase. ठीक है ना. The Rajasthan police recently arrested two civil defense employees in Jaipur based on military intelligence inputs. They were arrested upon the input that they were passing sensitive information to Pakistan spy agency ISI, inter-service intelligence. The information was passed under Operation Desert Chase. Operation Desert Chase, ठीक है ना. अच्छा, what is Operation Desert Chase? The operation is an anti-espionage operation that was started by the military intelligence in 2019. The men were arrested under Official Secrets Act 1923. ठीक है ना. ये एक एक्ट था, ऑफिशियल सीक्रेट्स एक्ट 1923. उसके तहत जो है ये इन बंदों को अरेस्ट करा इस प्रोग्राम में, ऑपरेशन डेजर्ट चेज में. ठीक है ना. अच्छा, इस ऑफिशियल सीक्रेट्स एक्ट के बारे में देख लेते हैं. ठीक है ना. हाँ, जो कि 1923 का. द एक्ट कंडेम्स एक्शंस दैट इन्वॉल्व हेल्पिंग एन एनिमी स्टेट अगेंस्ट इंडिया. ठीक है ना. द होम मिनिस्ट्री इन 2017 हैज़ सबमिटेड अ रिपोर्ट ऑन अमेंडिंग द एक्ट. द रिपोर्ट इंटेंड्स टू मेक द एक्ट मोर ट्रांसपेरेंट एंड इन लाइन विद द RTI, दैट इज़ राइट टू इन्फॉर्मेशन एक्ट 2005. अच्छा, द अदर कंट्रीज दैट यूज़ ऑफिशियल सीक्रेट्स एक्ट्स इंक्लूड हांगकॉन्ग, UK, म्यांमार, सिंगापुर एंड मलेशिया. द एक्ट वाज इन प्रैक्टिस इन न्यूजीलैंड एंड कनाडा. ठीक है ना. अच्छा, ISI का रोल देखते हैं. According to the Indian government, the inter-service intelligence of Pakistan involves planning and carrying out terrorist attacks against people of India. It was created after the Indo-Pakistani War of 1947. The ISI was given the duty to make Jammu and Kashmir a part of Pakistan. Also, the Operation Tupac was started. Operation Tupac, TUPAC, Tupac was started. ठीक है ना. अच्छा, Operation Tupac है क्या? The Operation Tupac is a military intelligence run by ISI of Pakistan. Operation Tupac. The operation has three parts, namely, number 1, disintegrate India. Number 2, exploit porous borders with Nepal and Bangladesh and set up bases. Third, to utilize spy networks to act as instrument of sabotage. सो थैंक यू वेरी मच. आज इसी के साथ हमारा जो है ये लेक्चर ख़त्म होता है. थैंक यू वेरी मच. गॉड ब्लेस यू.